Hello everybody and welcome to a gorgeous afternoon here in Russia. Now I know a lot of you guys are thinking of leaving the UK because you're fed up with the way things are going and you're thinking about moving to another country. I left the UK 21 years ago and in this video I'm going to talk about how you can leave the UK for a better life. Whether you want things to be cheaper, whether you want the people to be different, whether you want to live in a country that's heading in the right direction and has the same kind of values as you do, I'm going to teach you how you can do that today. The sun is shining, but it's a bit chilly. So I'm going to my friend's house for a barbecue. Need to bring something with me. And my friends are there with their wives, so I decided to grab some flowers for their wives. Yes. Check out these bouquets. Bouquets of teddy bears. Flowers became really expensive. These two bouquets cost me like 100 quid. That's crazy, right? I don't know how much they cost in the UK, so it might be more, but that's a lot, I think. We've got a brand new housing area over here. You can see there's still a bit of mud and stuff. Quite a few brand new buildings down there.
Одежду, профессиональный инструмент и служебный автотранспорт. Звони.
Here we are. So as you might have seen in another one of my videos, this is my friend Roma's house and he's been building it over the last year. Now he's building it quite expensive because he loves kind of really nice materials inside and stuff. But if you wanted to build a house like this here in Russia, you could probably build it all with the plot and everything together for about $150,000. So we're going into Roma's house and I smell barbecue. I can smell it.
Да, пахнет вкусно.
Девушки, выбирайте.
Нифига себе! 8 марта? Это какой? Мне вот такой?
Ну, как вы хотите.
Ну, как стоим.
Поздравляю.
Спасибо.
So this is a shashlik at a house that's not ready yet, and you can see we've got the box as a plate. And look at this. They knew I was coming. So this is pork. I'm eating it. I'm eating pork.
Да не ври, не порк никакой, это индейка.
So this house isn't finished yet, it's still being built. As you can see, there's a bit of a building site going on. I'm going to walk around the back. Look at this for a plot of land. Huge plot of land he's got here. This plot is 2,000 square meters. And in Russia, typically people buy a plot and then they find a building company to build their individual house. And the neighbors do the same. And so you'll have different companies building different houses and you won't have one whole area that kind of all looks the same. Everybody will build something that they want that's appropriate to their budget, to their dreams. You can see that Roma's been collecting firewood already. And his land actually goes all the way down here to the next area of firewood. And he's got no neighbours, that's just forest from now on. Pretty amazing, right? So the hardest step to move somewhere is the first step. And it can be very difficult, especially if you're not on your own. If you've got a family, then you've got so much to think about. But when you do take that step and you do move, that's the hardest part done. Now, of course, assimilating to a new country is going to be difficult, especially if you've got kids. The kids might not want to leave, but you as their mother or father will see the reality that they're facing where they're living right now. And if you're responsible and take that decision, then you can really change your life and their life. But I guess the first thing is, well, what do you do as a job, right? Well, the thing is, you can work in the same job you've got anywhere in the world. If you have a specific qualification or a specific type of work that you do that you're good at, you can probably still do that work in another country. I know. You can see them all there enjoying their barbecue through the window. So when it comes to jobs, yeah, you might not work your ideal job to start with. Teaching might not be your ideal job, but you're lucky that you're from a country where you speak English. And so therefore, with a little TEFL qualification that's going to take you a weekend to do, you can go to a country like Russia and teach English. And the great thing about teaching English is you're going to have a kind of base of people that's going to give you that structure when you come here to meet people. You'll teach adults English, you'll become friends with them, they'll show you around, they'll, you know, show you the traditions, they invite you places, and you'll have this kind of like framework and this structure. Also, you could do YouTube. You could work as a teacher and as a YouTuber in the evenings, and YouTube gives you that ability to go out with the camera, gives you a purpose to go places and film things, not just walking around, but you've got your camera with you and you can film stuff to show other people what it's like where you're living, and you can help other people on the journey that you're doing. You don't have to be an expert to start. Also, there's loads of different jobs you can do online. You don't need to physically be in a specific place, right? Now, of course, they might not be your ideal jobs, but it's a means to an end. It's what you can do to start with to earn some money in the place that you go to. So I live in Russia, and Russia might not be the ideal destination from you. But one thing you shouldn't do is believe what you've been told on the news about different countries around the world. Because obviously the news in the UK wants you to think that other countries are worse than in the UK, because if they were telling you every day that these countries were better, then you'd complain and leave. And so generally in the news they will show that the other countries around the world are not as good as life in the UK. So you can say, well, at least we're not as bad as how they're living right there. But if you live in Russia, you can get this house for 150 grand with this whole plot. You're completely free. You can do so many amazing things here, and you're going to be much happier. That's my opinion. Anyway, a lot of people talk about how they want to move, how they've had enough, they want to leave the UK. But a lot of people really just talk. They will never actually do it. But the thing is, everyone has like a second chance in life, and the fact that you're not happy in the UK gives you that second chance right now. There's things that you'll have wanted to do in your life that you haven't done, that you wish you'd done but you haven't done. Perhaps some sort of dreams, I don't know, of opening a bar on a beach, or climbing a mountain, or living in a snowy village on the mountain with a lodge that you go skiing every day. What you don't realize is that this problem is actually giving you the opportunity to make a move and to live the life that you've always wanted to do. One thing that you know for sure is that the UK is ridiculously expensive. To get on the housing ladder is really difficult. But if you were to sell the house you have in the UK, or luckily if you don't have a house, you can save up a bit of money and get yourself a nice house in somewhere like Russia. The prices are so much different here. You get a good quality house for a fraction of the price you would get in the UK. So that's got to be a huge plus as to why you'd want to move to Russia, and then lots of other countries as well. I'll take you for a little bit of a tour inside my friend's house in a minute and just show you. I've already featured this house in another video, so I'll just do a quick tour, but literally for 150,000 you can get this. Another thing that is really possible when you move to another country is to open up a business. You'll be so surprised at how word of mouth works if you're a foreigner and you're doing some sort of business. Like if you open a restaurant. I've got an Irish friend, he's opened up a restaurant in this town. It's the most popular restaurant. Why? Because it's a foreign chef from Ireland who moved to a small town in Russia. So of course, he's really popular, really famous. The news, the reporters, they all interview him, and he's now got the best and most popular restaurant in the town. If you were a DJ, for example, and you were DJing at a club here, who do you think people would want to see? The DJ from London or the local DJ? If you're just something like a massagist or a photographer or something like that, who do you think people are going to come and want to work with? The photographer or the massagist from London or the local one? And you can see how it's going to work. So when you move to these other countries, the word of mouth is really going to help you and your business. Obviously, you've got to be good as well. So there's loads of opportunities for either working as a YouTuber, as a teacher, opening your own business, or also there's loads of international companies that you could work at doing the same thing that you're doing right now. And then of course there's all the online jobs as well. So we're now trespassing. This is Roma's next door neighbour. I actually know him as well. He's one of our mates that comes to Lebanya. So it's weird when mates live next door to each other. Are they going to fall out and throw stones at each other's windows? That's the question. Inside here it's obviously vodka. We've got massive amounts of vodka that we're selling. Oh, and it's open. We're going to go in. We're going to go inside his house. We're trespassing. I should do a poo inside here. Just to leave it for him. Oh. Ah. So let's see. So this house is about 250 meters. It's weird. I'm walking between the lines. Look. Obviously, you can see this is a heated floor. And we've got one room. Maybe this is the room of love. Second bedroom, and down here we've got, I'm guessing this is the bathroom, and then a third room. Got another bedroom here, probably a, I don't know, closet or something. Wow.
Wow, да.
Think of moving to a new country as a completely new adventure. You might meet an exotic partner from this country and get married. You might really enjoy it, and you might really not enjoy it. But just take that risk and do it, instead of sitting where you are and complaining that you don't like it. Now, I understand it's difficult to make that move. I understand that. And I'm not ridiculing you for not doing that move, because it's a huge thing, especially if you have a family and you've lived all your life in one place. It's extremely difficult, but really you don't have much to lose, right? You can always go back again. One of the amazing things about living in a country where I am, where we don't have woke culture, is all the crazy wokeness that you guys see all the time. We get to look at that and we're allowed to laugh at it. And it's a huge difference when none of that woke stuff applies to us. And there's loads of really cool countries in the world where they don't have that crazy wokeness. So I'm going to go inside Roma's house right now and see the temporary barbecue he's got there. And so this is his living room, and we've got a couple of call girls just sitting there. So this is the living room and the kitchen area. And I've got like a storage area over here. Quickly go around here. So here we've got the front door, we've got like I think it's probably a closet, and here we've got the area with all the communications, as it's called in Russia. And quickly go down here, we've got bedroom number 1, bedroom number 2, guest bathroom, and then the master bedroom with the master suite. And the great thing about this is he's going to have a huge terrace here, and you can open it up and go straight out onto the plot of land. Would you like to live next door to your best mate in a place like this? So Roma's house is about 5 kilometers from Vladimir, perhaps even a bit less. and it's a great location, it really is. We're all waiting for summer because they've got a little lake over here that is going to be amazing for swimming in. It looks like perhaps we've got a couple parked up there. Oh, Lisa, would you like to wake up and go for a walk or run in this forest? I bet you would. So listen, I don't really care if you come and live in Russia or if you live somewhere else or if you stay in the UK. That's completely up to you. What I want you to do is to be happy. And so do what makes you happy. Coming to Russia might not be for you. In fact, until probably a year ago, hardly anyone was coming to Russia, and that was one of the things I actually liked, the fact that it was difficult to come here and that not many other foreigners came here. And so it was something that only people that really loved Russia and were really determined to succeed here could come. But now Russia's opened up its borders to people that want to come here. And so if you want to come to Russia, then come here. Or if you want to go and live on an island in the middle of nowhere, go there. But do what makes you happy, because something I've learned recently is that life is very short. I've seen my friends die. I've seen people have horrific surgery at such a young age. And it's made me realize that life is so short, and that's why I feel so blessed. So blessed that I live here where I'm happy. And that's what I want for you. I want you to be happy.